Good evening, guys. Welcome to the Flower Hour, brought to you by Car City World, brought to you by Ace Podcast Nation. I am with the one, the only, Mr. Matthew Angel. He is my Doc to my Marty. He is my Jonah Hill to my Seth Rogen. He is my Matt Damon to my Ben Affleck. How are you doing, my friend? How are you doing?
All good. Can't complain. Nice to be back for a midweeker.
Yes, we're live.
Just a bit strange without them to review a game, I suppose, but we'll get through it.
Yeah, it's a weird one, this mate, isn't it? Because we're normally when we're on midweek, it's review to reviewing a previous game midweek and whatnot. So it's a bit of an interesting one. Rumor has
it's an exciting week, and it's also nerve-wracking as well, because as much as I love obviously the derbies, it's like you almost don't want it to happen as well, because you don't want to have a bad result, do you? Do you know what I mean?
No, exactly. So switching gears slightly, we do have a little bit of a special guest for you beautiful people of the Flower Hour. He is the Jennifer Aniston to our Brad and Angelina Jolie. He is Mr. coming to us live from Espanol, Reese David Evans. Hopefully.
Am I on?
Oh, Christ.
There he is.
There he is, and we're live!
Fucking hell, 3 ages.
You know what? This has been the most anticlimactic entrance ever known to mankind. Welcome, Jennifer Aniston. How are you?
Honestly, I'm fine, but I was stressful, I was.
Good. How's your holiday going back?
Yeah, not bad. The hotel's a shit.
Okay.
Have you got your Cardiff City flag towel on the balcony, though? That's the question I want to ask you.
No, I haven't got it. Too windy.
Oh, mate, awesome to have you on here, bud. Absolute pleasure. Lovely.
Couldn't miss.
Go on.
Oh, it's gone.
Oh,
I don't know on my phone there.
Don't tease us like this now, boy.
And he couldn't miss it or something. He wouldn't miss it or something like that. I think
there we are.
Lorna Evans, my boy.
Still alive, I don't know whether you're talking to me or to your actual son, but yes, we are here. All of us are here.
I am Reese's mum.
G. Parry says, how many Amstels?
Another one there.
That looks very, very half glassy. Will, absolute pleasure to have you back, mate, as well. Hope you're keeping well, mate. GD Parry again says, good old Spanish food, dry chicken and greasy chips. That's, that's how you're going to survive. That's how you're going to survive, mate.
Oh, the chicken's awful.
Is it
great? For days.
So moving on then. So I suppose we'll start then from the beginning, if you like. Team selection. It's on everybody's mind. Nobody knows. Probably even Bullet doesn't know yet who his 11 is going to be come the weekend. Do we think? Okay, so maybe not pick a 1 to 11, but do we have some dead certs who's going to start the weekend?
Back five doesn't change for me.
No.
Agree.
Midfield.
This is where potentially it could. I didn't
How
expect.
defensive do you think we'll go?
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't think. Go on, Reese.
Oh, to say the midfield is where the game is won. They play with Joe Allen in front of a back four. So you've got to watch the number 10 because he'll just mark him out of the game.
Is Joe Allen fit? Because I heard rumours he was injured, or is that hearsay?
I'm not sure.
I know he came off.
I'd love to say, let's go to Reese in the chat to find out. No, I think that might be in a couple of weeks ago. I might be talking my ass again, as usual. So
I wouldn't be surprised if it's very similar to what we started with against Ipswich. There's been rumours about O'Dowda. Is he ready to start? I've heard lots of things this week, about people saying, he's better coming off the bench, more of an impact than anybody else coming off the bench, which I get that as well. Is he ready? Having only played like 20, 30 minutes of football, he's probably not quite there yet. So I probably do see him coming off the bench and being that impact player and, doing a bit of damage off the bench, to be fair.
See, I think he starts. I think they'll give him 60 minutes. I think he will start on the weekend. I think, personally.
Like I said, I wouldn't be disappointed if he did.
Oh, no, nobody's going to be disappointed if they did it, apart from Swansea. That's the reality of it. Like, I think they've been warning him up to start for that. He's not going to do 90 minutes regardless whether he starts or wherever. But I think they're gearing him up to start on the weekend personally, which would be outstanding. And I think that's a morale boost straight away, just having him start. And you can see, like, when he's come on in the last couple of games, like, just what's having him around the squad. It's like when Ramsey come back for like a couple of minutes, Sorry, Rambo. Please like and subscribe, and please join us on the show at some point, mate. I'm sure you will. But no, I think that from a confidence point of view, having that sort of play around on a day-to-day training just boosts everyone up. I think personally, I will not be surprised in the slightest if they gear him up to play. Start. Sorry, I beg your pardon.
Confidence is high with him as well.
It is. Well, the goal. Do you know what I mean? Like, goals.
Yeah, that would have been massive for him on Saturday, coming back and banging one in the back of the net. I know he missed one just before, didn't he? But, yeah.
He looked dangerous as well on the left. And Grant looked better on the right as well.
Yeah, agreed there as well.
Yeah, I think that... So this brings me on nicely because Lawrence is a huge Bowler fan as well as I am. Can't wait to get Josh Bowler on end of season. Hoping not Atletico Bowler. I'm not sure on Atletico.
He's out anyway, and he's injured. Isn't
He is still injured, is he?
I think they said he's not back until the international break. After the international break, I think.
I do want to touch upon that in a little bit as well, by the way, boys, if you don't mind. I know this is a Cardiff City show, but I do want to go over that in a bit as well.
Go up, Rob. Sake is Cardiff City World, man.
Is it a Millwall fan in the chat?
Yeah, I was about to highlight this in a second. So, welcome, Reese, mate. Absolutely love the fact you're getting involved, by the way, lad. Why even talking about this knowing Millwall run over both teams?
He sounds like a ball who's married and unhappy.
Millwall couldn't even run over.
He's obviously one who had an extra pint of Amstel more than you, Reese.
I love it all, mate. Honestly, Reese, appreciate that. Love it, mate. Get involved. Love to know what your thoughts on how Millwall doing this season as well. I know this is a Cardiff City show, but talk to us about how you think your guys are doing. Obviously, never the best from them, is it?
He wears his Millwall shirt on Talbot, to be fair to him.
What's that?
Yeah, I know him. He wears his Millwall shirt on Talbot.
Oh, you know him, dear. And he survived that long. Fair play to him.
I reckon that. I reckon they'll start.
Sorry, mate.
I reckon they'll start matey. I will, just knowing like his physicality and he's not afraid to put it about, especially in a derby. I think they'll start with him again. I think up front. Don't think we got many more options, have we?
So do we think then midfield? Okay, so I'll go my midfield then. I will go. I know we started off with dead certs, so it is what it is. But I reckon O'Dowda starts. I think Bowler starts. I think Seo and Ralls in midfield. I think Ruben starts. And I think, yeah, I agree with you, Angel. I think Mayday starts up front.
I don't. I think it'll be the same as Ipswich. To be fair.
Will that be the first time this season?
Don't know. I wouldn't be disappointed if he switched bowler at all, really, to be honest. But who he switches in with, I don't know. Whether or not Caldwell comes in and plays more off the left like he have done, which I'm not a great fan of, to be honest. But at least, with Caldwell, at least he'll run and he'll try and do a job for you and he'll fight for you, like. But bowler, yeah, Reese's Batty can have him at Millwall as far as I'm concerned.
Don't say that now. Remember what happened last time I called out Josh Bowler? Jesus
Bowler
Christ.
probably score a trick now Saturday. Bit of luck.
Oh, Christ. I know, I'll be atted left, right, and centre when Bowler does that.
I'm glad we got Reese as a special guest tonight because I've done a bit of a quiz, so you can battle against each other tonight on that.
No, Christ, only one frigging winning.
What if drinks was not too good?
If you get a question wrong, you've got to drink 2 fingers.
This one out anyway, so
Top yourself up there. What?
I have to go downstairs.
What's that?
I have to go downstairs. I'm upstairs in the room I am.
I'll tidy. Going back in, obviously, I'm going to switch it up a bit now, right? So I was thinking about it earlier. My memory's never the best, and I'm never really one for picking memories. But I think with it obviously being the South Wales derby, I think the most iconic goal for me was when Bella scored that goal back in 2011, I think it was. Bothroyd had it on the left
season.
Crossed it over. I think Ramsey touched it onto Bellamy and he hit it from outside the box. I just wondered if anything, from previous South Wales derbies, then was there anything that stood out for you? Any memories or anything like that stood out for you?
Chopra, 92nd minute winner. That limbs everywhere on that one.
Yeah, I seen you share that earlier, and because I agree with Angel. Like the most recent memory is the Bellamy one, but that one with Chops, that rings some home. I love that. That was quality.
Well, they were chanting, weren't they? You'll never beat the Jacks, and years later we scored the winner.
It's kind of, we haven't had the rub of the green of we the last few years, should we say. We won't talk too much about that, but obviously we won the last game. But prior to that, I was looking back on the goals scored in the goals. I think in the last 12 games, we've scored something like 7 goals against them. They've scored 17 against us, I think. So, it don't make for good reading, do it?
Mammy's told you. Send the boys
downstairs,
Mum. But then, talking about goals and stuff, but then how can we look past that Ollie Tanner goal? I know his season's not really kicked on since that. I think we'd all agree that when Tanner scored that goal, it was going to galvanise him and, project him into...
I just don't think the manager have shown the confidence to back him and let him have a run of games over in fairness, and perhaps his performances and what he does in training obviously reflects that and the manager's decision. But in fairness to Tanner, he haven't had that run of games to prove himself. Like, he's started games and he don't seem to be the same player, in my opinion, as what he is when he comes off the bench.
Yeah, but he shouldn't be like as a professional footballer. I get that. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I mean, burst into flames saying a little knobhead's name, but like him aside, you don't really want to be renowned as an off the bench player, do you? So where do you go from there? I think from his career, we talked about his age before, and forgive me, I can't remember exactly what we talked about, what his age actually is. But he's only in his early 20s, isn't he? It's make or break for him, I think, personally. And I would not be surprised if he doesn't ship off on loan.
He's got to earn his stripes, haven't he? And he's just got to keep working hard, I suppose, and be patient. That's the biggest thing. But being a youngster is having that right mentality, I suppose, that if you're not playing regular, It's just keeping down and knuckling hard and working hard. And you'd like to think the manager is having the right conversations with them. Not, you'd imagine that's happening, but again, then you don't know, because he's obviously dropped down and played for the 21s a couple of times, hasn't he?
Well, yeah, and I didn't. He was only dropped down there for like about a fortnight, wasn't he? He was back in the squad, so he's obviously showed something there. Again, I don't think he's going to be a starter as in the weekend. I think we can all agree that he's not going to be a starter on the weekend.
Think more than Bowler though. He doesn't do the same. He does more defensive work than Bowler does. So I don't see why he's not playing ahead of Bowler. He's our player. Develop him.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Let's be realistic. What my thoughts are on Bowler, but let's be realistic. He's not going to be there come next season, is he? Let's be real. Josh Bowler is not going to be a Cardiff player come start of next season. They're not. Well, you would like to think. You wouldn't think.
Stranger things have happened. Mind out.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. And if that does happen, then it is what it is. And I respect the decision. But
like Reese has just said there, then develop the players who are going to be there next year. Tanner's our player; he's going to be there next year. And I think it's something we've talked about quite a bit on the show previously about playing the youngsters. But I think obviously the next couple of games now will be vital, because I don't think it'll do us any good getting to the playoffs. Don't get me wrong; I hope we do get there. But I think they probably still got that in the back of their heads, that if they still keep on this run, potentially we could still get to the playoffs. If for whatever reason we don't get the results over the next 2 or 3 games, then I would like to think that they probably look at playing some of the youngsters in mind of, what's going to be happening next year. The boys that we got on loan, then do they look at dropping them back out and playing the boys who are going to be with us next year? I don't know.
Is the Magic going to be next year?
What's that? Sorry?
Is Bullet even going to be here next year?
Well, that's it.
I was hoping they was going to announce that this week before the Swansea game. I thought that would have been great timing. Obviously, with Rolsey's new contract announced on Monday, I thought if they announced that this week, that would have been a big boost for everybody, I think, before the Swansea game. Wouldn't be surprised if they announced it Friday, mind.
Hopefully.
But, nothing surprises me whether it comes to stuff like that with managers and that with Cardiff.
So talking about the youth then, obviously, all of you know how much a big fan I am of Ashford. I don't think there's a show that goes by where I don't say I want him in the team. He played against the 21s day before yesterday. Do you think that rules him out completely then of the weekend?
Might be on the bench.
Do you think he still makes the squad potentially if he played? I know there's not been no midweek game in fairness like what we normally have. I think personally that's him not on the squad come the weekend.
I missed who you mentioned there, and Ashford, he was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a tricky one. Obviously, Robinson's been back playing with the 21s as well, haven't he? I know what we all think of that at the moment, but, does he look at that as well? And perhaps a bit more experience. I'm not thinking about Robinson's got much experience in South Wales Derby because he got sent off in the one game last year, didn't he? After a couple of minutes, throwing a ball in someone's face. But he might look at that. I don't know.
He's got a point to prove as well.
And perhaps he might look at that and think he owes these something. You don't know, do you?
I'd start with Matey though. I'd definitely start with him. Big, strong, held the ball up well, didn't go down against Ipswich, bullied the defence.
That's what we'll need on Saturday. You need them players in your side who are not afraid to put challenges in. Obviously, you've got to be mindful that is a derby. and you've got to keep control of certain, your temperament to a certain degree, haven't you? But, if you need him to play his normal game, then is what I'm saying. And he's one of them people who's not afraid to put it about a bit and get involved.
No, I agree. Absolutely agree.
The thing is, Swansea are in turmoil right now. So if we get an early goal, their fan base could turn.
Yeah.
But I think
it's keeping them. Sorry, Rob. It's keeping them quiet for the first. Pretty much exactly what we did against Bristol. Really, for me, is go in there, keep them quiet for however long or as long as we can. It'd be nice if we could pinch an early goal to make it even more hostile there for them, perhaps, and put pressure on the players because the crowd's on their back. But yeah, I just think if we can, keep them from scoring for the first half, and then we can nick one, then happy days. I hope we get more than one, man, because I bloody hate it when it's close.
I fucking hate it. I hate the build-up.
I think the form goes out the window, though, mate. Not to sound cliche, but I think form goes out the window, and I'm not trying to.
So who wants it more on the day? Then I think. To be honest,
so, mate. It is, isn't it? I think that's literally what it is. Like, I think, as much as I can't stand the little rats, they do have a tendency to get up for these games. They, they fell way, way, way apart with Bristol. Like, I think Bristol City, literally, made them look like fools at times. But I think when it comes to derbies, especially the South Wales derby, they know how to get their boys up for it, and there's no coincidence that up until recently we hadn't won for a long time against them in the derby. So don't take them lightly, which I'm sure Bullet will install that. Not to take them lightly, but I think form is just irrelevant at this point. I just want to flip back to something a second, if I may. Your good friend Reese, the playoffs, everyone been drinking this Amstel all day, have they?
Focus on you, mate.
So Millwall are currently 16th. You're actually doing worse than Swansea. So that's quite embarrassing, mate. So
it's only going to go one way as well. They got bloody Neil Harris back here as well, isn't it?
I mean, as much as I love having new people comment in the group, but you're a silly sausage, you are, Reese.
I would say at least season ticket prices would go down if they got relegated to League One. But if you're a Port Talbot boy, being a plastic armchair Millwall supporter.
But why would you be an armchair fan and be a Millwall fan? I'm sure you've got a story.
You lived in London for a while, to be fair.
What's that?
You used to live in London as well, you did.
Oh, there we go then. That makes a little bit more sense.
Watch Millwall win once, did he?
Quality. Do you know what I want to do? I know Ian just poo-pooed just a little bit, but I'd like to get the thoughts between you of a combined Cardiff Swansea 11 in our lifetime, not all time, just so what we're both age going back to the 60s probably with how old you are, mate, but like in recent eras from 90s to now, if we can be respectful to some extent and do a combined 11 between the two. So
well, you can start then.
All right, then. So I'll tell you what, we'll do a position at a time then. So I'll go in goals then. I will go my favourite card keeper, I think, of all time, David Marshall in goals. So right back, we'll stick right back.
Neil Alexander. Oh, go on, then we're going right back, are we?
Yeah, we'll go straight through. We'll go flat.
What if me and Reece don't agree with David Marshall?
Don't care.
I don't agree.
My name is first on you. Shut your faces.
Kick him out.
Neil Alexander.
So your faces doesn't matter. Right.
Neil Alexander, 2v1.
All right, fine. Right back.
The only one in it.
Super Kev.
Can't be Super Kev. Conor Roberts close.
No Swansea players going in my team, but
Come on now. So Super Kev, right back,
Yeah.
Centre halves.
Phillips in a minute.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Paul
you
Deeney's fire, hasn't he? He's been on fire.
so you're poo-pooing Gabidon, James Collins, Scott Young, Ashley Williams.
there's another centre back position in mine, so
All right, okay. So you both saying Phillips then. Right, next to him.
Roger Johnson.
I don't know too many of the Swansea players, and I'm not embarrassed to say that. So, yeah.
Look, I'm trying to reach out to a broader audience.
Only the obvious.
One-minded, man.
Only the obvious ones who have played for Wales. So, if you're going to go that way and you want to play it a little bit fairer, then you'd go Ashley Williams then, just to have one in there. Put Chopper up front.
Bench, can you?
What's that?
We can leave him on the bench.
Well, Ashley Williams. So would you have next to Phillips then?
Roger Johnson.
Oh, yeah. Tell you what's
Rolls
easy on
Royce.
left back.
Andy Legg.
Ticks 2 boxes straight away, doesn't it, Leggy?
Yeah.
All right, so right midfield.
I'd have to say Routledge.
Yeah, that was on my tip. He was
Routledge.
quality.
Cardiff Routledge, not Swansea Routledge.
Interesting. Centre mid?
Wits.
Yeah. Joe Allen?
Cav.
Yeah.
Box to box next to Wits.
You've got a lot of Swansea players you're trying to chip in, Rob. I know, in fairness. What do you reckon?
I am just trying to.
You've got a
Undercover Jack, yeah?
You haven't got a Swansea top one underneath here, Will.
No, I'm just trying to reach out, man. Broaden our audience, innit? Everyone's welcome, yeah, even if you're a dirty scumbag. Okay, so Wits calf, left mid.
Ooh.
I
It's
go
tough
Bella.
one, Adam. Bella's probably.
It's got to be Bella, isn't it?
Yeah.
No Dan James?
Nah, Bella's. No end product with Dan James.
All fat, no pool, mate, innit?
Have we got a number 10 playing, or are we playing 2 strikers?
Yeah, you can do number 10 if you want to. You can do.
Kumas.
What's that?
Straight away, Jason Kumas.
Jason Kumas. You got Ange?
As a number 10, I'd say Rambo or Kumas, I would have thought.
Do we do right wing? No, we did do right wing, didn't we?
Yeah.
All right, so who's leading the line? I swear to God.
What's that striker they had there? He was on fire at the time he was there. I think he went to Man City end, didn't he? And he bit of a flop there. Boney was there.
Michu was good, mind.
Yeah.
You don't want to see.
They had a couple of good strikers, didn't he? He kind of went off the radar, didn't he? Go to Man City. Didn't he go back on loan then or something? And he just weren't the same player, was he?
Boney, yeah.
Trained at Newport me for that few years.
Did he?
Yeah, trained with Newport.
Christ.
Yeah.
He's no Paul Parry, though.
So
Chops has got to be up there. He had a decent record in South Wales derbies. Scored a few goals, didn't he?
It's tough, this, isn't it? Ernie, Chopra, Bothroyd.
I'll go Ernie, I will. Which will bring us on nicely in a minute range.
Yeah, probably Ernie. And I don't know. This is a possible one. This is a striker.
Right, be nice because we might get some people on soon.
Tell me who to say then.
Huh?
Tell me who to say.
I ain't got no one yet, Pat. on. Make sure we got Derek Brazil in here. Cohen Griffiths, Andy Campbell. Right, I'm sure you all my contacts.
It'd be good to pick a side on goals scored in like South Wales derbies or performances. That's what we should have picked a side on.
Have you got a quiz for that?
Not yet, but I can probably work on something.
I'll give you.
I'll have a chat. I'll have a chat with Bruce Forsyth after and see what I can come up with.
Right, go in, Boyle. What are we picking? Reese,
for what?
Reese is a striker.
I don't know if Chop's working a 4-2-3-1. Bothroyd, I reckon.
Yeah, he was a great player. Even going back to that goal I mentioned earlier about Bellamy when he had that ball on the right-hand side of the box and controlled it, crossed it over. We're starting to like receive him more now.
Oh, that's good. I do like that a lot. Oh, Christ. Right. Talk about Ernie. What we got going on with Ernie, Angel?
So there was a podcast released earlier this afternoon. I think Si released a podcast with Ernie just talking about the lead up to the Swansea game and everything that goes on leading up to the South Wales derbies and our players and managers and things and, you know, what the feeling is around the camp and things, which, you know, I know he's got things in the pipelines this week. There's another few ex-players in the pipelines he's due to speak to. I don't know if he wants us to mention names. So, Si, if you're in the chat, if we're allowed to mention the people you've got booked in, let us know. If not, I won't mention anything yet, and I can do it later on towards the end. But yeah, ones he's already released. Willie Boland was out yesterday. Mark Bonner was out this morning. Somebody we've already mentioned, and we picked him in our starting lineup as a defender, is out in the morning.
Ashley Williams.
Yeah. What's that?
Ashley Williams.
But yeah, if he gives us the go-ahead to name the names, obviously I can mention a couple more names, but I don't want to do it if he doesn't want us to. So keep your eyes out on Cardiff City World, and yeah, plenty of content coming your way leading up to the big kick-off Saturday. At least the kick-off is a nicer one than it was at bloody home as well.
I liked the one at home.
Well, 7:45 on a Saturday.
It was bouncing though.
Oh, it was, but
and the floodlights as well.
Game by that time.
If I didn't have my boy, it probably would have been, you know, I probably would have enjoyed it a bit better. But you know what it's like, a Swansea car. I know you don't see any trouble and stuff anymore, but when you've got an 8-year-old boy to take as well, taking him 7:45 in the night as well is a nightmare.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got through it.
Harry's coming for Reese. I got anything. So Reese says, who's going to say Trundle then? Just for right, Reese, if you would listen in, I did say Amy mentioned Trundle, but there we are. We'll pass over that.
Trundle off.
G. Parry says, I got many things I want to say to Trundle. I want to hear them all, G. Parry.
Yeah, are we going to give my quiz a go or what?
Yeah, before we do that, mate, predictions, scores for weekend. What are we saying?
I'm going to go 1-0 Cardiff. Don't ask me for a score.
I'll ask you score. You got back up with a score, you melt. You know the drill by now.
I'm going to go for Carl and Grant.
Reece David Evans.
2-0. Phillips and Grant.
Oof. I'm going to go.
You're going to put a 50p bet on before you go.
Oh, mate, you mock I made like a few pounds from that guy scoring. I wish I put him on the first goal scorer instead of just any time. I made like £4.50, £3.50 from our bet. What are you talking about? Big money bet. Big money earned happening in a flower hour.
Now,
Rob next pod, is it?
So I'm going to go 2-1. And I think Ruben and Seal.
that you could do a spin-off to that now, Rob, with all your bets. Follow Rob's tips or something like that.
For my tits.
Yeah. That's a different podcast altogether. That's a different website altogether. Right?
Fat Station. Right. Bring on the quiz, son.
Before we go on to the quiz, sorry, I got one more
Yes.
thing. Obviously, the Welsh squad has been announced. What's your thoughts on Ramsey being announced in the squad?
I don't think he's been called up to play.
No?
I think he's just a character in the dressing room to have around the players, I think.
is he?
I think it's that anyway.
Do we think that's a waste of a position then, of a place? When you got so many players who's knocking on the door. So I agree with you, Reese. I don't think he's been called up to play in the slightest. And I think that's a bit of a
Surely
kick.
they could have had him in and around there, even if he weren't going to play then.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
What's
Unless they
Tom
know-
Lawrence got to do, though?
What's that, sorry?
What's Tom Lawrence got to do? Because he's on fire for Rangers, Tom Lawrence is. And he can't get a sniff.
He doesn't like him, mate. He just does not like him. He doesn't like him after what happened with our it was a car accident, wasn't it, when he was at Derby?
Yeah.
And he's got a bit of a vendetta against him. Not that I condone what happened with that, but I that's what I'm putting it down to, is that he does not want him around the squad because of what happened with that incident. I don't think, as long as Page is in charge, he's not going to get a sniff. I don't think he's getting either team, which is a shame in some respect, because I agree, mate. He's been pulling up trees in the SPL. I know we can all take the piss at the Scottish Prem for one reason or another, but I think he's a damn sight better than some of the players that are available and that he's potentially chosen, if I'm honest. That's my thoughts on it anyway. But going back to the Ramsey situation, I think that's a kick in the dick, man. I think it's a kick in the dick to the players that are available. Tom Lawrence's side, I think there's other options who couldn't provide minutes. Hell, Savage could have got some minutes in. Who could actually play?
He's been named in the squad, isn't he?
Oh, yes, is he? Sorry, give me 2 seconds. Let me grab a squad of 2 seconds. I must have admit, I thought you weren't included.
I wasn't sure if Kumas was because he wasn't. Has he been called up to the 21s? Has that one been announced yet?
No, I don't think that one's been announced yet, but he is likely to be in the 21s, I think, to be fair, mate. I could have sworn Savage wasn't there.
Ruben's back, mind.
Okay, well, sorry. Let's have a look. Bear with me 2 seconds. While I'm loading that up, I'm picking him up. Keepers, Wayne Hennessy, Danny Ward, both in the squad, both not playing for their club. Thoughts on that?
We have no
Best
options.
keeper we've got. Yeah, exactly. Did Ward go out on loan anywhere after, or did he stay where he was?
Don't think he did, mate. I'm just trying to have a look now.
Still at Leicester.
No, he's still he's still at Leicester.
Perhaps he's just at that stage now. He's happy just to sit there and see the money hitting his bank account. Like,
well, all 4 keepers they got it. Hennessy not playing at Forest. Danny Ward not playing at Leicester. Tom King not playing at Wolves. Adam Davis, maybe I'm wrong. Is he playing at Sheffield United? If he is, then they're not doing very well with him, are they?
he's having plenty of practice picking the ball out of the net if he is playing. Eh?
I like Joe Lowe picked. I do like that. I think he is definitely one that is going to be a future starter. I'm just having a quick browse now, mate. Broadhead's play. Go on, sorry.
Where do you play Ampadu? He's centre back for Leeds, next to Roda, and they look quality together. But he's midfield for Wales.
But I know, and they've been doing. Do you know what? I've been thinking about this, and they are outstanding together at centre back. There's a reason why Leeds are doing so well. But then, who would you play in centre mid to do that donkey work? Jordan James, I don't think he's that way inclined yet. Savage, he's not a finished article. You are right, mate. I do apologise. Charlie Savage is in the squad. I don't think there's nobody really is a out and out CDM who you could trust to cover it. So he has to probably play at defensive midfield, I think, personally. As much as I love for him to be centre back, because that looks like a good partnership at club level. But
right, come on in, let's go. Quiz time.
All right, Dane. Sorry, Bat.
That's all right. I'm just conscious of time and it's ticking on, and Reese is gasping at thirst. He needs another Amstel, doesn't he?
Crack on in, mate. Let's go.
Right. So what we're going to do, I'll just ask the question and you can confer, or do you want to, is it Rob versus Reese?
No, Rob versus Reese. No.
Right. First question, and some of these are complete random ones, right? So, yeah, bear with me. What's the highest attendance in a South Wales derby, do you think?
Is that modern era?
As far back as it goes, kind of this stuff is now.
About 56,000.
Yeah, as I say, it's got to be about 50, 60,000.
57,893. So that's a pretty good guess there, Reese. 56,000.
Oh, and me.
Well, you can't take the thing for that, can you? Reese just said it.
That's what I was thinking, man. He said he for me.
Shut up, stupid. Rob, you can go next for the next question.
Right, go ahead. Let's have it.
Who has made the most appearances, and this could be a Cardiff player or a Swansea player, who's made the most appearances in a South Wales derby?
Alan Tate. No.
It's a tough one.
Right club?
Yeah.
Ashley Williams is there for the Championship and the Premiership.
It's not loan. I know, I thought the same, love. We're wrong. Can you give us a position?
Goalkeeper.
Roger Freestone.
Correct. Do you want to guess how many times he played in South Wales derbies?
13.
Or the Welsh Cup, so about 20.
19.
Oh.
So not far off again, Reese. I
got it right.
What year did the first South Wales derby take place?
Oh, fuck.
Complete random ones.
1941.
1913.
1912.
Oh, Reese, what a shout back.
Told you Reese has got Google as his middle name, didn't I?
Ah, yeah, what a shout that.
Hot Tub Time Machine, man.
Right, we had a bit of a discussion around this earlier. And I'm going to kind of throw this one at you both now, right? So what I wanted to do is name players who have played for Swansea and Cardiff. So if we start off with Rob, you've got to name one, then we'll go to Reese and we'll go back and forth until you can't think of any more.
Andy Legg.
Warren Feeney.
Wayne Routledge.
Oh, fuck hell. Probably for my time now. Alan Curtis.
Robbie James.
Toshak.
Oh, John Charles.
Ooh,
Suck M apples, boy.
I don't know if Ollie's a right mind.
But oh
Give me
shit!
up,
I know Ben
David
Commander in Cardiff, but he didn't play for us, did he?
We have some help from the audience. Gilligan, Jason Bowen, Stephen Colker. Christ.
Oh, they've been my time, these are.
Here, boy.
I'm only 30.
Can you remember the striker? Might be before you were both of you at times, really. John Williams. Can you remember him?
No.
Big black striker up front. Happy days. We'll move on from our
Terry
end.
Boyle. That's my dad.
Terry Boyle.
Right, so going back to the first game in 1912, how many times have the clubs played each other since then?
Oh,
Since what? 1912.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
102.
In all competitions.
Oh, hang on then. Oh, 178.
Fuck.
What are you going for, Robert?
179. No, I'm joking. See, Lauren's very confident. I won't look at the comments. I think it's more than that. I think it's 210.
No, 116.
Oh, fair play, GD Parry, by the way.
What did he say?
117.
No, he might be right.
Lorna goes 175. What's that?
Said he might be right, but not according to my research.
Oh, didn't they do a few pre-season friendlies, weren't they?
Moving on in.
Next one.
What is this is obviously before your time now, right? So you're gonna have to guess at this. What is the highest scoring game in a South Wales derby? And when I say highest scoring, I mean the biggest winning margin in. So like 8-0, 8-1, something like that.
11-0, I reckon. Oh,
5-4.
5-0 in 1965.
To
Cardiff. And we're going to pick a Swansea one.
It
It was 5. There was other games where there was more goals maybe scored in the game, but that was the most. 3rd of November 2013, we played Swansea at the Cardiff City Stadium for the first time at the highest level, the Premier League.
Corker.
What was that?
1-0 Stephen Corker, header from a corner.
Yeah, Reece got it right. Number 8, you like this one, Rob.
fucking hell.
Where do Swansea fans like to eat, and what is their favourite choice of rodent?
Rats.
Oh, happy days. Bit of a thing, that one. Right, here's one for you. Another, I'm not sure what you both like with maths. If you added the full capacity of the Cardiff City Stadium to the Swansea.com Stadium, what would be the total capacity?
52,000.
58,435.
It goes to Reece again, 54,288.
Who's got the biggest stadium?
Cardiff.
Where's
Cardiff's
the
official 33,000. And the Swansea.com was only 21.
That's
I
a
thought
shit
it was more
one.
than that.
What's that?
It's Caravan Park.
Yeah.
I thought it was more than that.
Nah, it's a rugby stadium, man.
Yeah, I thought it was closer to 30,000 from.
Nah,
You've got like 16,000 fans.
I don't want to play this game anymore.
Right, last one in, and this should be quite straightforward for you two. Ollie Tanner came off the bench in the home fixture to score a worldie and instantly become a Bluebird legend. Not only did he score, but he won the penalty which Rambo scored to seal the victory. Whose diagonal ball was superbly controlled by Tanner before he cut back inside, smashed it home before going wild in front of the counter.
Joe Ross.
Jamalu Collins.
Correct. Jamalu Collins.
What the pass.
And any quiz nights, sorry, Rob, but I'll go to Port Talbot and pick Reese up.
Oh, mate, 1,000,000%. Like, literally, you sent me up for a failure by fairness, didn't you?
The thing is, Reese, I sent him all the questions and before we started as well, so he had all the answers.
Don't talk to him. Right, do you know what? I can remove you from here, mind. Hang on.
Something a little bit different again. I tried to have a look at like yellow cards and red cards, but I just couldn't find.
No, mate. I know. I send you. No, I appreciate it. Mate. Your quizzes are class. Absolutely love them, mate. I know I sent you a few things over, like what to find out, but I appreciate some of the things were going to be like fucking no go for it. Like, so, but I appreciate you as always, Angel. Talk about appreciating you, mate. I want you to tell before we finish up. I want you to tell us about what you are doing for our local club, if you don't mind, please, mate.
Yeah, well, one of the coaches who you work closely alongside, Mike Postians, decided he wanted to do a bit of fundraising for the boys, just to raise some extra funds and things to obviously help purchase kit, contribute towards whatever bits and pieces. So I've done a bit in the past. I've done like cycle rides and things like that, sponsored stuff. And he's come up with the idea of riding 300 kilometers through the month of April. So I'm going to join him doing it. It works out like 10 kilometers a day. So it's not that bad, but it's just being strict and you've got to go and do at least 10 kilometers a day. So that's the plan. 300 kilometers through the month of April. We'll be doing it in the gym on a bike in the gym. I think he set the GoFundMe page up. It's only been going 3 or 4 days, and I think it's already at 330 quid. So fair play, and thanks to everybody who's supported so far. But it's all going to grassroots. The boys, Fleur De Lys U9s, great bunch of kids. Coaches work wonders with them. It was great to see them all on a Sunday morning. Win, lose or draw, they've always got a smile on their face. So it's awesome. So anything we can do to help like that, and it keeps me focused on getting to the gym as well. So happy days. Yeah,
top man, mate. Top man. I'll put in I'm not too sure to share, guys, from honest, in the chat. I put the
link in the chat earlier, I think, but
if someone can copy the link, guys, and put it in the live stream chat, if you don't mind, I appreciate it. I appreciate, guys, you all got a lot of stuff going on and paying out and things like that. But if anyone could share, like, spend a pound or whatever, maybe massively appreciate it. And we'll get recognised for it as well. So, quality, like, massive respect for you, Angel, and Mike, for doing it, mate. Honestly, giving the club the love to
even let people who donate, if they want to come and be flag bearers for Flower Under-9s on a Sunday morning, you can come and wave a flower flag in front of the Under-9s as they run on the field.
There's the Millwall fan in the chat will do that, I think.
At least he might see some goals on a Sunday morning if he comes and watches Flower Under-9s.
Right, before we wrap up, guys, thank you all so much for commenting, for sharing, for posting. Reese, massive love, man, for coming on and taking time of your holidays to come and spend some time with us, mate. Massively appreciate it. And please come back again, because it's been fucking wicked, mate, having you on here. Reese is too busy celebrating bad. Reese, mate.
You've broke your flower hour virginity now, but so you can come on regular now.
I enjoy it.
It's not as bad.
No, not you. The other Reese Mead. Now you can come back on as well. Honestly, guys, as much like you've been absolutely outstanding, guys. Lovely comments, shares, and posts and whatnot. And don't forget, guys, without East Podcast Nation. There's no Car City World, there's no Flower Hour. So please remember to like, share, love, share, spread the love, spread those legs. And for the price of a pint of Carl in a month, you can become a Patreon member. Obviously, you've got Willie Boland coming up in a few weeks' time, which is going to be absolutely outstanding. Me and Angel do a meet and greet with you if you want to come along as well. For the price of a pint of a Carl in a month, I will drink a Carling with you if you'd like. But before we wrap it up, anything else from you guys? Did you want to spread?
I'm just going to try and put that link in there now because I can see a couple of people have put things on in the comments. If anybody's friends with me on Facebook, you'll probably see some shares and things on my Facebook. Don't go donating if you can't.
Obviously, don't feel obligated, guys. Never feel obligated.
Times are hard for lots of people, so only donate if you're able to, guys. We don't want anybody feeling that they got to. It's just if you can spare anything, then obviously
I'll make a donation on behalf of Reese's mum when I'm home.
Appreciate it, man.
Happy days. I've just tried putting it in the thing now, so I don't know if it's come up in the comments, is it?
Are you both back on Saturday night after the game?
I'm not, mate. That's a good shout, actually, Reese, mate. I'm not around on Saturday. I'm doing a taxi service for my mum and dad. They've come back from holiday, so I'm in the airport Saturday night. But Matthew will have a guest of him. Reese, absolutely, if you're around, mate, get involved and more than welcome to step in as well, mate. I'd love to have you back on. But yeah, I think that's about it. I think we'll
probably 8 or 9 o'clock Saturday night, I would imagine.
Yeah.
How long are you away for, Reese?
I'm back a week Thursday.
Nice.
Yeah, if you're around, mate, feel free, bro.
I'll make both now. No.
Absolutely fine.
Happy days. Right.
So, we'll let Reese do the honours.
Up a flower.
Hey, good lad.